Music. I grew up in Bangalore. In my opinion, Bangalore's always been the cradle for music in India. And I think part of the reason for that happening is that Bangalore over the 90s and the 80s gave birth to a lot of colleges. There were engineering colleges, medical colleges, dental colleges, hotel management colleges, and people came from all over the world. And all of these students would bring their music with them. Back then it was cassettes. And that musical taste of individual students got shared in hostels and with other students. And the result of that was, whenever there was a concert in Bangalore, regardless of what kind of concert it was, there was always an audience for it. So when the mid-90s, hip-hop came on strong, the rest of India hadn't even heard of hip-hop. Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac were massive in Bangalore because of the African American and Canadian communities that were studying in Bangalore. Electronic music was huge, and that was when I first fell in love with dance music. It was on the dance floor. As DJs back then, you didn't become a DJ to be cool. You didn't become a DJ to make money, because David Guetta hadn't happened as yet. You weren't really making money as a DJ. You became a DJ because besides music, nothing else made sense to you. Neither did accounts, neither did medicine, neither did business, neither did the family business. Nothing made sense to you. And you became a DJ because that was the only thing that made sense to you. So a lot of people ask me, Nikhil, what kind of music do you like? And my answer is always the same. I like good music, because in my opinion, there are two kinds of music. There's good music and there's rubbish. Across genres, whether it's Bollywood, hip-hop, R&B, rock and roll, disco, electronica, there's good music and there's rubbish. That's a really difficult question to answer a DJ. And normally I would say, hey, there've been so many gigs, I can't really tell which one it was. But having said that, there's one gig that I've never been able to forget. It happened in Manipal. It was a Saturday night, and I was booked to play this club in Manipal. The capacity was 800. The club was sold out. But what I didn't know was that Friday, all the exams got over in Manipal. And all the kids who live in Manipal without parent or adult supervision, they were all going home on Sunday. So Saturday night was their night, and I have never in my life in this country seen that kind of energy. When you talk about letting your hair down and cutting loose, it was the most beautiful, energetic form of dance expression that I have seen in India till now. That Saturday night in Manipal, maybe 12, 15 years ago, and I played for 4.5 hours. I could have played for another 4.5, but then the sun came up. We had to go home. Bummer. Which city do I love playing in besides Goa? The answer is not as obvious as you might think. You would think it's Bangalore, right? But it's never about the city. It is about the room. It is about what that room feels like on that particular night. Like my favorite gig ever was Manipal. And I could go back to Manipal this weekend and I could have a terrible gig. But that night, in that room with those people, magic happened. So it's never about the city. It's never about the club. It is about literally that room with those people on that night. And that's when magic happens. And it always happens when you least expect it. I do have a message, and you've probably heard this before. Follow your passion. Don't give up on it. But here's the thing. You've heard this so many times that sometimes you don't know what that means. It means never giving up something that you love doing. Always going forward. So every time you do it, you become a little bit better. When you do it again, you become a little bit better. Till inevitably, you're going to become an expert. And the world always has room for experts.